Morning, you're at Djarindjin Community. We're celebrating 100 years celebration for Christ the King. Hope you all enjoy yourself.
Lombadina is a good old place for all.
Kau negara harga ngerecar pul ngancar harus dia nabu. Jadi I'm saying that it's good that all you come here to help celebrate this day with us here at the 100 years of Christ the King Church in Lombadina and Djarindjin people.
I want to see. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. I want to see. See high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory.
Well, when did it really begin? We say that it began in 1911, we say it began in 1912. Certainly Father Nicholas de Emo came to live here in 1911, and certainly the church was built here, the first church was built in 1912, and that's what we're remembering today. Nicholas Emo came here from having been present in Cygnet Bay, where he built another church, the Church of Our Lady of the Aborigines. But he moved from there, this Father Nicholas Emo, a Spanish priest, a Spanish diocesan priest, who came out here to work with the Cistercians.
Meanwhile, Thomas Portolano and his wife Agnes with their two children Alphonse and Philomena also were exploring. They were gardeners who provide fresh food for the pearlers.
Come on, Thomas, we must find out who this is.
Yes, dear.
Hurry up, you kids.
We're trying our best, Mama. And my name is Father Emo. I am a priest and I come to start a mission.
He sounds like a nice fella.
Indeed, maybe you should help him out.
Already Thomas Portolano, who had been down at Disaster Bay and had moved up here, was in this place and welcomed him. And Father Nicholas de Emo came and in fact established the mission around the home of Thomas Portolano. They were of course a bit further down the track.
Father Emo kept wandering around in those early days and made friends with many of the locals, including the Sampi family.
Hello, my name is Father Emo and I come to build a mission.
My name is Jambi Sampi. And I'm Amy Sampi, his wife.
And who might you two beautiful childs be of the Lord?
I'm Thomas Sampi,
And I am Tony Sampi.
and this is our country.
What a fine country you have. I come to teach you about God.
Father Emo quickly became friends with the Sampis and they shared many stories and good times together.
Thank you for coming with us today.
Father, the weather doesn't look too nice today. I think a big storm is coming.
Oh no, it'll just be a little sprinkle.
Father, I think that it might be just worse than that.
Father, we need to get out of here.
Oh my children, it'll be not that bad. We have been through many storms before.
Yeah, but not like this one, Father. Look across the water.
Oh heaven, this is going to be bad. I think we need to get out of here immediately.
We're all gonna die!
It's the time of the tsunami as it came through to this place and threatened the very existence of the lives of so many people. The wave that came up Chili Creek poured over the sandhills. The little church that there was at the time, the small chapel, was inundated, but one person, Tony Sampi, went from here and went out through that water and into that chapel and rescued the Blessed Sacrament.
We must rebuild the mission at Lombadina, but first we need some nuns.
It's because of him and because of people like the St. John of God's Sisters who came here in 1913 who brought with them their talents and opened the school here and cared for the sick too. It's because of people like Martin Sibasado, a young man whose mother was Japanese, from Marble Bar, whose father was Filipino, from further down the coast, Cossack, who, in the difficulties and hardships of that days, found himself on his own and was adopted by a ship's captain who came to Broome, befriended by Father Drosty, and then came up here and married a local lady up here and began his family. He was a lay missionary who assisted the Palatine, later the Palatine priests and brothers and the sisters to keep the presence of the church here strong and growing. Despite all the difficulties such as flus, such as the withdrawal of resources by the government, his was the sort of dedication that this place is known for. The church behind us, the 1936, was part and parcel of his effort, not his effort alone, but Martin Sibasado poured his heart and soul into that building. How they got the timbers from locally and sawed them, and you can see, if you look carefully on the main bearers there, you can see the ants marks and the marks of the saw in the saw pit.
My dad built a church here, this church here. My mommy and daddy did all the work in this thing here, community now, with Old Man Martin and few more other, all the Lombadina people that are here. They'd go out getting ball, we call it ball, this paper bark for the houses to build. You know, the roofing is covered with paper bark in the church, although that silver thing is over it. But underneath is built with a paper bark. Yeah, my dad helped with that. He all worked here with donkeys and cart and all that thing. You know donkey cart? Going around ever picking up this and that timber and all that from the bush. Helped to build parts of the church and I like getting paper bark from out there. Hard work, you know, cutting the thing, throw them out, take it out, pile that much high up with paper bark, the donkey cart.
Lombadina is a good old place for all. Christ the King, Lombadina Mission.
My name's Tasha. I'm worker here at Djarindjin Lombadina School. Yeah, we planned this celebration for 100 years. Yeah, hope it all goes well today.
Celebrating 100 years centenary, and yes, selling. Yeah, we've got our own little food stall, and a bit of our artwork has been sold here, so we're enjoying the moment.
So what does the Christ the King feast day mean to you?
All coming together and sharing what has done over the last 100 years. It's something special for the people.
Peanut paste sauce.
So what are you cooking for?
I'm cooking for Christ the King.
Hello, I'm John Forlano. I'm here to celebrate the 100 years of celebration for Djarindjin Lombadina, the Catholic Church. My great-grandfather is a part of it. He is one of the blokes that started the church up here. Helped Father Nicholas Emo to start it up.
My name is Agnes Joseph, but before I got married my name was Agnes Sampi. I was put in the dormitory when I was at school age. Stayed in the dormitory with the nuns. We used to go out every holidays, go stay with our mom. parents, so we was living up the hill with them. And then when Father Crane used to come and collect all the kids, put them in the dormitory, and the nuns taught us to do all kinds of work, different work.
My name is Dolores. I'm a John of God sister. I taught in the school, and that's how I knew the girls from school, but I didn't look after them after school. Somebody else did that. We used to go out to a place called Killarney. I don't know what it's called now. Yes. And we walk across the paddock there, over that way. I don't know, take about a half an hour or more to walk. And when we get there, it was a beautiful place, and you could go for fishing, and when the fish went down, they go out swimming, and then they'd go fishing and bring in crabs, and then we'd heat up the crabs and eat them before we came home. It was lovely. Mm.
We used to go with the nuns right up to walk to the fishing place. And we used to take our own lunches and things, get them ready before the day. The boys carried the water of the drum, and us girls used to carry a pot for making the tea and box of our lunch. And we used to walk right up to this place called Clarany, not far from here on the creek side, on the marsh. And we used to carry them right up there till we got there. To ask girls to make the tea and serve out the lunches,
There was no money then on the mission, so the dormitories were awful kind of buildings, weren't they? Very primitive. But over time, they got a nice new dormitory where Sister Bernadette came, and it was much nicer and much more pleasant. One day, the sister who minded the girls in the dormitory, looked after them and made sure everything was all right, had gone away. I think she was sick. That was Sister Winifred, and I was left to look after the girls in the dormitory. And actually, I didn't agree with the dormitory. I didn't like the dormitory. Remember at Bernadette? It was those horrible tin sheds. And so, against my will, what I had to do at night was I had to lock the door so they couldn't get out. So what happened was, in the morning, Father Creener came around and he said, "Sister, you let those girls out of the dormitory last night." I said, "I did not." He said, "Yes." He said, "Bernadette Angus said that you let them out." So I went for this one and I said, why are you saying I let you out of the dormitory? And she said, "Sister, we wanted to go as a fight up in the camp. We wanted to go up there and we wanted to see it." And I said, "But you blame me." Yes, because by the time Father Creener had found out, we would be back in the dormitory. And then she said, "Sister, I'll show you something." And she showed me around the edge of the dormitory and she said, "We know a long time how to get out of this place." And she showed me they used to unscrew all the screws on the dormitory and nick out all the time. Nobody knew. I didn't tell.
My name is Basil Tommy. Born in Broome in 46, and I grew up here in Lombadina. Yeah, my mother was up the hill then those days with my grandfather and grandmother, and my prime schooling here not this school, but it was a paperback roof. And we used to ride donkey around the place, and we had goats, chasing them in the only yard evening time after our lunch, after our supper meal. And when we finish, we go to dining hall to have a supper, and came back from dining hall to our dormitory and go to say a prayer and go to sleep.
Hi everyone, my name is Kathy Watson. Yes, my early days of schooling was at Beagle Bay by the good Sisters of St. John of God, the Palatine Fathers and Brothers. We used to come to Djarindjin, Lombadina, and play sports against them. And some of our ladies are still alive today. Sacred Heart versus Christ the King. We had sack race, tug of war, relay race, three-legged race, egg and spoon, and our colors was red and white, and Christ the King was gold and red.